Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about global, cultural, and intercultural literacy. But before that, play my intro. The world has become increasingly interconnected. People from all over the world and many cultures come together to share information and promote the cause of knowledge. Let's start talking about globalization. When you hear globalization, what comes to your mind? So for me, globalization is the connection of integration of people, businesses, governments, and cultures from other countries, which is facilitated by world trade and immigration, which contributed by information technology. Are you aware that globalization has a multidimensional effect on both national and individual perspectives ranging from economic to cultural? So let's find out what are those effects of globalization. According to Mayer 2000, effects of globalization include: the first effect of globalization is economic, political, and military interdependence between nations. When the idea of globalization first entered the Philippine public consciousness in the early 1990s, it was viewed as primarily an economic phenomenon. The aim was that foreign-owned enterprises might enter the nation and trade freely, competing with domestic industry. Globalization has brought economic progress to society as a whole. New technology, job possibilities, and money have all flowed into the nation as a result of foreign investment. As a teacher, using 2 or 3 cell phones to explore social media is an example. Second, there is political and military interdependence. Wherever there is type of economic interdependence, political interdependence is not far behind, as the participating nations struggle to defend their investments and interest is one another. The Philippines' reliance on the United States and other countries for protection is an illustration of this. Third is expanded flow of expressive and instrumental culture. Expressive culture is concerned with how a culture expresses itself by language, music, and the arts, among other things. The import or export of these cultural objects among participating civilization is encouraged by globalization. Common models or ways of thinking about and executing national identity are referred to as instrumental culture. Lastly, effect is globalization promotes individuals to travel across country states, resulting in an increased flow of people between cultures. The large number of Filipinos who work overseas due to lack of job possibilities in the Philippines is an example of socio-economic migration. Some Filipinos have decided to live in nations other than their own. Many Filipinos presently have the financial means to go to other Asian countries on short excursions. So we have done in globalization, so let's proceed to global literacy. Understanding how the world is organized and interrelated is known as global literacy. It raises awareness of the opportunities and limits that people throughout the world face. Global literacy stimulates and promotes inquiry, reasoning, and problem solving, as well as cooperation, communication, and knowledge of the globe. Responsible global citizen, respect for diversity, and understanding of the skills and technologies required for life in the 21st century. The ability for students to become advocate for themselves and their city, state, or country language and cultures, an understanding of globalized system and political realities. Our next topic is all about cultural literacy. When we say cultural literacy, it's the idea that individuals in a democracy should have a shared body of knowledge that allows them to communicate effectively, govern themselves, and participate in the benefits of their society. It also refers to the capacity to recognize and comprehend a culture signs and symbols, as well as the ability to engage in its activities and practices rather than merely witness them. It entails being able to comprehend a group of people from a certain cultures, traditions, daily routine, and history. Both formal and informal languages, idioms, and modes of communication, entertainment, values, rituals, rules, and traditions are examples of culture signs and symbols. Our last topic is all about multicultural literacies. It is the skills and abilities to identify the authors of knowledge and their interest, to reveal the assumptions of knowledge, to examine information from multiple ethnic and cultural perspectives, and to apply knowledge to lead action that will build a compassionate and just world are all part of our last topic. That concludes my conversation for today. I hope you learned a lot today and hoping that your information will be useful to you in the future. Thank you for watching, guys. That's the end of my educational vlog.